It's overcast, but so far no rain, and we're going to get rain until Wednesday, starting tomorrow for sure. So I'm going to try to get this done today. And for those of you that follow my channel, you know I live on a busy logging road, so I'm going to just make it and set up the camera. I'm going to turn off the sound so y'all don't have to hear all the traffic. And if there's something that I think maybe you might want to see, I'll put the camera down close to it to show it. So here we go. To start off, I want to show you what I'm working with. I got this big pile with a dirt dauber I got to get off. Little piece, and this piece. So I'm going to cut them up and see what I can make. So for starters, I'm just trying to unravel and get everything flattened out so I can cut out a few pieces to kind of get an idea what I'm doing. And I figured out for the big pieces, it was easiest to just kind of halfway unroll it and then step on it, walk along and flatten it with my body weight. You see, it's a little bit rusted in some spots, but I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to paint it with some rustoleum when I get finished. Now y'all, I have never made anything with chicken wire before, so I'm learning as I go. I'm going to try for these to be the feet. I see now that I got off camera here, but I just made the feet kind of like a mitten. Oh, the gnats are terrible. Anyway, I think this might be good. I got enough here I can bend it up and make part of the calf. So I'm just going to connect some of these wires that I cut off, wrap them around, and I can't really see the camera to see what y'all are seeing. I'm seeing already that it's good when you're trimming it to leave these long, and that way you have some to spin around and connect. It's looking like a cowboy boot. Maybe he's going to be a cowboy. So here I have rolled it up and made the lower part of the leg, and I'm just going to be bending under the ends and twisting them all up. Look, you can make a Christmas stocking like this and put paper mache over it, seal it, paint it, and have a base or fill it with something. It's a mighty big foot. Well, maybe it's about normal. But it's a guy, so it's supposed to be big, right? I'm going to give him a little ankle and a calf. Now I'm going to do that again. Okay, we have 2 feet. If y'all can even see them, I'm not sure. Now I'm going to make a thigh that I'm going to attach to the lower leg that I already have done. I'm going to use my leg for the model because otherwise I have no clue. So here's going to be the knee. Actually, it's about the length of my leg. So I'm going to put the knee right here. Y'all, I'm just taking these ends, these long ends I left, and wrapping them around a couple times so he doesn't fall apart. I'm just using my body for the measurements because I don't have anything else to use. He's going to be sitting, though it ends up he's not going to be at the picnic table like I had originally thought, but I wanted to make sure his knee bent where his foot could touch the ground. Okay, what I did was I put a slice to make it so his thigh wouldn't be so thick. But look, you can also scrunch it in. It just didn't want to bend for his knee. See, I needed his knee to go up here higher. And this is too thick. But look, you can just squeeze it and shape it. Here's what I've got so far. See, I was trying to measure it with my knee. Then I got to give him a little booty and back. Got a little ways to go. Okay, guys. I got my 2 legs. I finished the second leg since my community post, and now I'm going to work on the booty and torso. I got it right here because he's going to be sitting on that picnic table. I think it's going to be a guy so far. That's what's in my head. But anyway, here we go. Okay, for the butt, I just took a straight piece. I'm connecting the 2 legs together at the bottom. Then when I put the torso, I'll connect it to the front of the legs. And I'm just scrunching it in the back to make it a little round. So I'm just rounding this piece, and I'm going to connect the bottom at the top of his legs by twisting these pieces around. And the bad part about having a seam like this, I might have to cut a few pieces to twist them onto the existing, unless the existing has some long edges like this. So he's a little chubbier than I wanted in my man, so I cut a kind of a smaller piece, and I'm going to pull the sides around from the front and attach them to this and thin him up a little bit. Save little pieces like this because you can use it. See, mine didn't match up, so I'm just going to cover it over with this. Just go along and tuck it in. Okay, this is how he looks so far. Got a little square butt. Maybe he's an old man like me. Like I'm an old lady, he's old man. I'm just going to have him sitting out here in my yard. So we have a man around the house besides Jeffrey. Jeffrey will have a little competition. Okay guys, so yesterday I had a couple interruptions and I ran out of daylight. So I'm on day 3 of my man, and I brought him inside because it's overcast today and I'm not sure if it's going to rain. But I'm determined to get him finished today. I just need the arms and the head. And then if it doesn't rain and it's not too humid, I'm going to paint him. And I have decided which you'll probably already know because I'm going to put his picture on the title of the video. But I'm going to paint him with this rustoleum copper because he'll stand out more from the picnic table. So let me show you what I've got right now. At the end of the video yesterday, I was doing the torso. And I'm kind of like sitting down beside him and trying to do it, you know, to make his measurements proportionate. When I brought him inside and set him in my recliner over there, his torso looked way too tall for his legs. So I just scrunched it down, and I'm figuring out that that's, unless you just want the perfect little honeycombs on yours when you make one, whatever you make, I don't really care about that. So I'm just scrunching it wherever I need to shape it or resize it instead of cutting it and reconnecting. It's kind of time consuming connecting, twisting all those little ends. But anyway, this is what I've got so far. Not sure how good you can see him. His feet don't touch the floor inside, but you can kind of see where I scrunched his torso in there. But I think once I put the arms, I'm just going to make some arms and connect them in these little indents I made on the sides, like right here. And then I'm going to go around and kind of shape him up. So that's him so far. Okay. I just measured from that shoulder kind of socket that I made down to his leg. And I haven't decided what I'm doing about hands, if I'm just going to give the illusion of hands. But anyway, I'm going to start with this. It's about maybe a 24-inch. Yeah, it's about a 24-inch piece. And this part's going to be really easy. I'm just going to roll it. And inside here, you can probably see better how I'm doing this. I'm just taking these long pieces and twisting them over a couple of times. And then after I get it all done, I'm going back with my pliers and just pinching them down so nobody gets injured. So I'm going to do that along this arm and the other arm. Then I'm going to, I'm thinking crunch in the end so it'll attach to my little socket that I have on the man. And see how his hand how his arm lays, and then figure out what I'm doing about his hand. Probably going to take a little scrap piece and maybe make like a mitten. Maybe not make fingers. So we'll see that part when I get to it. Okay, I got my two arms, and my idea of crunching up the end like this and connecting it, well, crunched up like this, his arm's going to stick out. So what I need to do is cut out a little bit of this, which is what I'm going to do, and then bend these towards the socket and connect them. And then I think I'm going to give him an elbow so it'll even pull it closer. So I'm just going to go like this. And when I'm cutting pieces, I'm trying to cut and leave a long connector like this. Because I tried connecting some of the really short ones like that. You can still do it. Or like this. Little tiny. You can only hook it over and then pinch it with the pliers. So the longer your connector, the better. Okay. So I've got it cut out like this. Left myself some long connectors. Now let's go and see how. There's my little socket. Look, with an elbow. That's going to work out swimmingly. So I think that's a plan. I'm going to do the other one and get them connected, and then onto... Let's get the head. Let's do the head and get it over with. Okay, this part is really scientific. Are you ready? Trying to figure out how big to make the head to make it realistic. So the same way I was trying to figure out the bend in the elbows. Ah, I'm stuck. I just stabbed myself in the eye. I wrapped it around my head and left a little bit extra. So I got a big head. That's a big head. Anyway, I got some extra to be able to connect it and some extra for the neck. And for the neck, I'm thinking I'm just going to cut up a couple places to kind of make it splay out where I can connect it to the body. So let's see how it goes. And then I guess I'll need to put a piece up here after I might be able to crunch it together and it connects. If not, I'm going to put a piece of scrap. Let me go check this against my dude. Well, I'll just say it's good. If he has a big head, he has a big head. Because evidently, I have a big head. So I'm going to connect all these together and then I'll be back. Okay. I'm trying to check out the size of the head. Now look. You could make a Bart Simpson or a Frankenstein. You don't have to make what I'm making. But I wanted to see how big his head looks, and it looks pretty big. But I'm going to squeeze it in, make a little neck, and then see. I'm going to bring the tripod and put y'all over here while I do that. Okay, on the edge that doesn't have any little clippies, I was thinking I could gather it here for the top of his head and then just go back and snip in between and make my little twisties. But I don't know how it's going to work. Look, if you just like fold it over. I'm kind of liking working with this, and I've got a good amount left. I was thinking about making a little deer or something. But I have so many projects that I want to do. Once I work with one thing, I want to move on to something else, so we'll see. It's hard to see. I need like a white piece of paper. How about my white hand? Maybe he has a bald spot. Right on the top of his head. Alright. Whoops. I think that's good enough. Think about just giving him a nose, like a little side profile, just a nose and some indents for the eye sockets. Give him a little side profile. Whoa, he's got a pointy nose. Birdman. Looks like a beak. Okay. Now I'm just going to cut this up and attach it. So, another really scientific procedure. Whack, whack. He probably needs a little bit of a chin, wouldn't you say? Oh yeah, and a neck. Look, a little chin's poking out right there. I got allergies, y'all. And normally, I don't. But this year, yeah, I do. Okay, let's see. Let me take a little gander. Wow, you got a thick neck there, buddy. He's like me. He's got triple old people neck. And really, you don't have to connect too many. The more you put it together, see, the neck's wobbling, but the body no longer is. And I haven't connected every connector. But here where I live, it's pretty windy. Not only do we have the noise, but the wind. And the only reason I stay here is because of the neighbors, not because of the management. Even the owner is really nice, but the manager, I won't even go there. It's a downer. But got some great neighbors here. So I deal with the wind and the noise and the management. Still haven't decided if he needs hands or not. Y'all can't really even see this on the camera. It doesn't show up very good. And it looks like the sun's trying to come out. Look at my easel. Well, you can't see it right there. It's down there. I love looking out there and looking at it. And the hummingbirds are liking the petunias, so. Okay, guys, I'm going to finish connecting this a little bit more, give him a little more stability. And I think I'm going to go ahead and spray paint him. Or am I going to give him hands? I think I'm going to give him some little mitten hands, just so he has something. And then I'll spray paint it, and I'll come back and show y'all. Because I'm ready to be done and moving on. Okay, so I've got some 5-inch pieces. And I'm just going to kind of do this. Squeeze in the ends, connect these to his arms, and let it be a wrap. And I might have to get sidetracked. There's someone on the freebie alert. Freebie alert. They're giving away some plumbing connectors and just different odds and ends. So I'm thinking I could make something with plumbing connectors. I'm waiting to hear back if someone's claimed it or not. If not, I'm going to have to run for a drive. So hopefully, in a way, I hope someone already gets it so I don't get sidetracked, because ADHD, whoop, whoop. I'm always getting sidetracked. But we'll see. I think this is gonna, I probably can make both hands out of this. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll roll them around, make it a little thick. So, I'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to introduce you to Mikey. He kind of looks like a Martian, but he's my Martian. It's still hard to see. I feel like I need to set him somewhere else where he has a backdrop that makes him show up. But you can kind of see an illusion of a face. I'll put one hand down here on the table, one in his lap. So I think the mitten hands work. They match with his boot-looking feet. But yeah, you can't really see his head too good. I think he's adorable. Just gotta find a better spot to put him where my cucumbers were gonna go, so that this curtain gives him a backdrop so he'll stand out. In fact, I could take this big log or go find me another one, set him on a log. But I'll figure it out. He's gonna find a place. Maybe in the chair. Put him by the green backdrop, the dark. He's gonna have a place in my yard. I like him. I know you are shocked by that. Oh, I'm so easily amused, but anyway, he's done, so I'll see you on the next one. I think I know what it's going to be, but I don't want to say, because sometimes I tell y'all what I'm going to do next, and then I dread it because something else comes up that I want to work on, and I say, oh, why did I say that? So I'm not going to tell y'all. It's going to have to be a surprise. Have an awesome day. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.